Hi, this is Pilgremo and welcome back to my channel. Today marks the first year of Pilgremo channel. It was just last year that I started this. We were in lockdown still at that time, and I felt that I could start a channel wherein hopefully I can put value in your life. I would just like to share my thoughts and my lessons learned, so that in one way or another we get to exchange ideas to make our lives better. So I would just like to thank everyone for supporting my channel, and I hope that you continue to find value in my content and that you continue to share this with your friends and loved ones. Palaganapin natin ang Pilgremo channel. When I started last year to start my channel, I really thought about it a lot, and I think it took me a year to actually decide to start it. Why? Because every decision that I make undergoes a process, and that is the one thing that I want to share with you on my 95th vlog. Ang rami na rin kasi nangyari itong 1 year. I'm so blessed because I was able to enter the YouTube Partner Program. I was able to gain 1,000 and more subscribers, got my 4,000 watch hours, and continue to have those watch hours. I encourage you to not skip the ads so that you can help the channel. At any rate, I really want you to always find value in my content, and if ever there's a content that you would want me to discuss or to do, kindly comment down below. Okay, so every decision I make undergoes a process because I feel that a decision is something that will change your life. It will affect the life that you are living right now. And recently, I made a very, very big decision. I resigned from my position. I did not resign from my job. I will still be in that company, but I have chosen to resign from my position. Why? Find out later. Because on this vlog, I would just like to share to you the process that I undergo in order to arrive at a certain decision that will be life-changing. First, discernment. Discernment is a big word that I encountered when I was in college, I think, because I wanted to become a priest before. The term discernment is something that I encountered when I was searching for a life that is pleasing to God. And I wanted to become a priest. I wanted to enter the seminary. I wanted to venture into that kind of spirituality. Discernment means that you have to dig down in your core in order to find out if what you are searching for is something that is right for you. Trying to answer questions, clarify doubts when making such decisions. You have to do this first step. You have to discern. You really have to find those quiet spots and try to face the questions that you alone can answer. You really need to look at yourself in the mirror and find out who you are, because discernment really comes from your core. It's not simply trying to weigh the consequences. It's really trying to pray over it, meditate, and really think things over a million times before you can arrive at a major decision. Discernment also means that you need to consult God. You need to listen to that inner voice, the one that is telling you what to do. It is something that is not superficial or easily done. It's something that takes a long process. In fact, usually it takes a lot of your time praying alone, being alone. Before, there were retreats, there were recollections. You can also do that online now, or you can go to the Adoration Chapel if it's open. It's really trying to find the answers in silence, because when you are silent, you get to hear the voice of God. You ask God's help in making such a big decision. So discernment will lead you to the decision that will be best for you. Second, consultation. That is the one thing that I do. I really consult my parents, consult my loved ones, my friends. I don't consult everyone at the same time, but those are the people that I normally consult in whatever decision I make. First, I really consult my parents about it. Of course, my dad is gone, so I consult my mom in my recent decision to resign from that position. And I try to listen to whatever she says because she knows better. She has wisdom, she has experience. She knows what it means to resign because she resigned from her job. I think when I was growing up already, because she needs to focus on us, her children, and that was a big decision. And now that I'm having a big decision in resigning from a position, she helped me. She gave me the wisdom. One thing about consulting other people is that they have a perspective that is different from yours. They can see it from an objective point of view. They do not have emotions on that particular decision of yours because they are not clearly involved. They are not directly involved. So it's very important to consult, and it's up to you who to consult. It's up to you who you consider wise or people who matter to you. There are people whose opinions matter to us more, and they are the ones you have to consult because their opinions matter, because believe ka sa kanila, because you know that they have gained such wisdom from life that you can also benefit from, or they also committed mistakes in their lives that you can also learn from. Diba? Yung parang they might have encountered similar situations wherein they have a new perspective on that. It's one thing to hear yourself only, and it's another thing to hear other people's opinions. Again, the opinions of people who matter to you. Kasi marami naman talaga kang maririnig na opinion, pero ang mahalaga lang naman is yung mga opinion na nagmamatter. At ito yung sa mga taong alam mo na nagmamahal sa'yo. So consult. Never forget to consult. Never get tired of consulting also. You will hear a lot of voices. Yes, you may hear conflicting opinions from people you love or from people whom you value. But at the end of the day, these opinions will be your materials in order to arrive at a certain decision. Your decision is the one that will matter in the end. Consult. Okay? Consult other people. Have consultation. Third, this is one thing that I think a lot of people do. Initially, whenever they are faced with major decisions, writing the pros and the cons, writing the advantages and the disadvantages, writing the positive and negative outcomes that may result from your decision, thinking years ahead so that you can include that in the pros and cons. This will help you keep a balanced mind and not rush a decision. As I've said, discernment, consultation will take time. Writing the pros and cons will also take your time. And you can only do this honestly. You cannot fake this because this is your own list. For example, when I was trying to discern whether I should resign or not, I wrote my pros and cons. And I realized that although they are balanced, pareho kasi, if I stayed in the position, okay rin naman yung pros. Diba? May cons rin. If I leave the position, then may pros and may cons rin. So, in the end, you are just left to decide from the pros and cons, from the list. And again, why did I say that this should be an honest list? Because you are making a life decision here. You cannot even lie to yourself on this one because it will just haunt you once you feel the effects of your decision. So it's very important to be very truthful to yourself when you're listing the pros and the cons. And since nagko-consult ka na rin sa iba, then probably you can ask them also, what do you think are the pros and cons for this? Kasi di ba, parang baka malay mo meron rin silang insight regarding your decision. Fourth, you have to know your core gifts. Why do I say you have to know your core gifts in making a decision? Because normally the decisions that we need to make in our lives spring from certain situations. And these situations are confronted by us, and we can only confront it with our character. Your character accompanies you wherever you go, whatever you do, and part of that is decision making. You know your character, you will know your core gifts. And from the core gifts that you know, you are better guided in whatever decision you are making. What are the core gifts ba? These are gifts that you have within yourself that define who you are. When you say that your core gift is the ability to listen to other people's opinions and have engaging conversations with that person, that will guide you to whatever decision you will make, because in one way or another, the decision that you will make will involve a certain core gift. For example, I'm resigning because I know my core gift. Modesty aside, I know I've done well by God's grace. But still, you get to look deeply in your life, you look deeply in yourself and try to figure out, do you really want this? Are your core gifts utilized in this particular position? Diba? Meron naman, no? Meron talagang core gifts na nandoon. So, there are times that you have to listen to other core gifts. You have to consider other core gifts that you would want to use in the next phase of your life. So in every decision making, you really have to be in touch with yourself. And that's the reason why my vlogs have always been a medium for you to at least try to ask yourself questions or reflect on certain realizations and try to learn the lessons in life. Kaya nga, ang pinaka-catchphrase ko, di ba, is discovering something nice sa buhay, because life is so huge not to live. And in its hugeness, there are many, many facets of life. And that is the one thing that you should be in touch of also. You should be in touch with who you are, with your life, with the many possibilities that life offers you. You just have to do that. Sabi nga nila, di ba? It is important to know yourself, because knowing thyself is critical in trying to live an authentic life, a life that you will be happy about. Very, very important to know your core gifts. Siguro, after watching this video, you can write, what are your core gifts? It can be speaking well, it can be helping other people, it can be in the arts, it can be in the sciences, it can be in anything that you know that you are good at and that you excel at. So let's just review, no, before I say the final process. So first, discernment. Second, consultation. Third, writing the pros and cons. Fourth, listing your core gifts. And fifth is, you have to consider the happiness and fulfillment factor. In the end, we just want to be happy. I remember when I was in grade 3 and the teacher asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Di ba normally the teacher asks that? And of course, a lot of my classmates were saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a teacher, I want to be an architect, I want to be an artist. And then one classmate of mine just said, Miss, I just want to be happy. Grade 3 of and of course, we all laugh. But looking back, I said, ang talino naman nung kaklase kong yun, naisip niya na yun. Diba? In a world wherein everyone wants to be ordinary, we are encouraged to be extraordinary. In a world where we are encouraged just to live a life of routine, we want to live a life of adventure. And this boils to your happiness and fulfillment factor, because each of us have a different happiness and fulfillment factor. Criteria for happiness will be very different from my criteria of happiness. And it's okay, as long as you know the criteria, because in the end, the decision that you will make will affect yourself, your life, and not others. Your decision can affect others also, but in the end, the main goal is how it will affect your life. And that is the most important thing. If you know what will make you feel happy and fulfilled, then you will know and you will be guided better for the decision that you will make. And the decision for me to resign from my position sprung up from that question. What will make me happy and fulfilled? And for that matter, I think I want to move on to another opportunity. And get me wrong, the position gave me the fulfillment and the happiness for the past 2 years. And for that, I will forever be grateful. And when I made the decision to accept that position 2 years ago, it was also because of this question: will it make me happy and fulfilled? And thank God, the position did. And I'm very, very grateful for the position that I've held for the past 2 years, but more importantly, for the people I have worked with when I was in that position. And I was truly blessed with a lot of good people who helped me navigate that position because it was so new to me. It was something that was very challenging, and I could have not survived it without those people who have helped me, especially my boss, no? Specifically because he was very, very supportive and very, very helpful. And the team that I have, which really made the job a lot easier, because members of my team were the best in that company. And I was so lucky because I learned a lot from them also. And hopefully they learned something from me too. Now that I made a decision a year ago to create a channel like this. This is my 95th vlog, and I'm still very, very, very happy and fulfilled in having these conversations with you. I pray and hope, and pray with me, that my decision of resigning from my position will open up other opportunities for me. I hope that you continue to support and pray for me as I continue sharing my thoughts on this channel. Discover something nice sa Pinas, something nice sa buhay, something nice sa Pilgremo channel. Like and subscribe. God bless you.